What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the NXT review on March 18, 2025. This is where they showed. That's when they showed like NXT Roadblock was in New York City. They even took pictures with the hockey team. This is where they showed the recaps on what happened the last Tuesday on who won their respective championship matches, which was what's her name Stephanie Vaquer walk out as two belts, like second ever women's wrestler that held singles gold in the process. And also we got what's it who else that was Open Finn retained his championship. The Hardy Brothers retained their tag team titles. But yeah, like we got so many things that happened on NXT. We got a very impressive tag team match, which it showed in that the tag team division is very prestigious than it was previously, like even more prestigious. Let me add that into the match. That's where they show all the wrestlers that's going to be in the one that was coming in the room, coming in the building because they're going to be in the segment or matches like Stephanie Vaquer. We got what's her name? Stephanie Vaquer, Trick Williams, Eddie Thorpe, and who else? I believe Ricky Saints, Ridge Holland, Soruka, Chelsea Green as well. And we also got maybe a mid-card women's United States Championship match. I'm going to tell you that was pretty, I'll say, decently good. But it was on the opener, like how I predicted it to be. But the only thing I didn't got right, because I totally forgot this match was even going to happen this week, which was Trick Williams taking on what's his name, Eddie Thorpe, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And also we got a D'Angelo family versus Sean Spears family match, let's just say the feud's not going to be ending anytime soon. But yeah. Much more, and make sure to subscribe and click on the post notification bells as well while you're at it, and make sure to if you haven't already, and also subscribe over to my other channel at SNA Entertainment. The link is in the description box below. Thank you very much in advance. Let's get. Well, this is where we got. We got the opener coming. Is where it was Soruka and Chelsea Green, and we all probably know what happened like at the end of the night. But let's say we gotta give the challenger credit when credit is due, because she took the champ to a very into her highest limit that she ever gotten yet is the Women's United States Champion. It's where they start going for a wrist lock war. We even thought Ruka then hits a rolling flip. It's where Booker T then told Vic Joseph saying look, I stand up, look at Ruka. That's where the Vic Joseph sit down, and if it's anything that if you're starting to feel something about her, you better remember you are a married man, and so am I. So we shouldn't be doing this. And this where then Booker T does but this. And then this is where then we got Ruka did his shoulder tackle onto Chelsea Green, go for a cartwheel flip until she's come here, try to bring me down off my feet. This is where Chelsea tried to do so, but she failed miserably. This is where we got a very impressive cartwheel flip from the challenger. This is where she has a very cool hip toss maneuver. This is where she tried to go for some kind of a pinfall. This is where then we got. It's where she clearly got denied at 2 point. What was it? Oh yeah, she did a flip in the counter, then do a face buster maneuver. I'm afraid that is where then after she got denied by 2.3, this is where we got Ruka go for a headlock right onto Chelsea Green. Later Chelsea Green counter with Ruka try to Irish whip right to the upper left side, only for her to get done instead, hit shoulder first. This is where we got what's the name Chelsea Green doing right to the bottom right corner side. This is where fans start chanting, "Let's go." Let's go, or let's go, Ruka, and have a chant for Chelsea Green. This is where we got a flying monkey flip, like if Super Ninja Austin was wrestling a female wrestler. This is where Ruka somehow flipped right out of it. This is where she then hits a spinning like Blue Thunderous version of a face buster. No, it's not. And the reason why I say Blue Thunder, not because of Soul's gear, just for the fact that it was similar to like Sami Zayn's signature move. But it's where she turned Chelsea Green into a human surfboard. This is where then once she got off of her, she hit a super kick right to her face after going surfing with her. This is where she gets flipped right to the, of course. This is where then she gets flipped right over by Chelsea. This is where then she went right to the left side. This is where then she did a pretty cool split maneuver when Chelsea tried to go for a clothesline. This is where we got. And where we got one of Chelsea Green's secret harvest, Piper Niven comes in and try to attack, but she gets kicked right in the face. This is where we got so we could try to go for a crossbody, but she ends up getting get dodged out of the way. She even gets tripped over by the champ thanks to the distraction. This is where we got the partial powerful force, and all of pro wrestling came on, which was the commercial break. This is where we got. But this is where So Ruka then hits a middle devastating drop kick right into the champ. This is where. And that's where they started singing a song of her name, and it was her first name, Soul, which I don't know how it goes in particular, but this is where Chelsea Green had enough, and she started screaming like, "Shut up!" And this is where she hits the right hand to Chelsea. To So Ruka hits right back. This is where then they started on. A kick right in the midsection. This is where Chelsea Green tried to fire back with the right hand, but she ends up getting blocked by So Ruka. This is where So Ruka goes for an elbow. This is where we start going for knife edge chops repeatedly. It's where we got dipping Irish whipping her right to the right side to the left side. She has a shoulder block. This is where we got So we couldn't go for over springboard crossbody, but I believe it got botched because her leg trips and falls down. This is where we got. That's where we got a total for a pin, but this is where we got Chelsea Green denied with a kick out by the high flying surfer. This is where then she gets thrown right to the right corner side. So Ruka ducks out of it. And this is where she goes back to the left, hit a springboard shoulder block. This is where we got So Ruka then waited for her, Chelsea to go up in the upper right corner side, hit a running hip attack. This is where then we got So Ruka then picks her up, try to go for a driver, but this is where we got Chelsea Green hits the Rough Rider right onto her. This is where she tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got So Ruka kicking out. Like this is where Chelsea Green's like, no, like that can't be it. This is where then Piper and Albo's like no man, like you can still with their respective Scottish accent, or you can still you can still get capitalize with any other maneuvers that you got under your arsenal, which sounds like they said Orson with their Scottish accents. But this is where we got So Ruka somehow countered. They intercept Chelsea right up the top rope when you try to go for a fly, but this is where So Ruka goes up and hits this very crazy cartwheel DDT that was sort of tornado. This is where she tried to go for a pin, but this is where Alba Fire stuck her nose where it don't belong. This is where she put Chelsea's leg right onto the what they call the apron, not apron, the ropes, like for a rope break. But this is where what's when the Alba Fire pretended she didn't do that? I don't know what you're talking about. Like you cannot accuse me without having any proof first. And this is where then we got Zarya's we may not have any proof, but I can prove to you that I'm a lot more stronger. When Zarya came in and spears her, this is where Piper Niven attacks her right onto the apron. So we could hit a soul snatching moonsault right on the Piper. Chelsea Green then waited her to get back in the ring to hit a face breaker. This is where she tried to go around and pretty her. Amazingly, somehow So Ruka countered out of it into a surprise roll-up, which is of the devastation, which only got her a 2.999 count until So Ruka tried to go for Soul Snatcher. Chelsea Green trips her over, hits her face first right to the barricade. Unpretty her right onto the Soul Snatcher herself and the 1-2-3, and still your Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green. And I would give her a huge congratulations. And if I had to give what I would rate this the best match of the night award, I would give it. I'll say maybe the bronze trophy, considering the number one contenders tag team match that's about to happen earlier, and any NXT what's it called, underground match. I'll say that's number one, which ended ended after the match. The show ended with some chaotic events. I should rephrase that, which we're gonna get into right now. But this is where we got a very disappointing. A very disappointed Zarya, not Zarya, what's her name? Like a very disappointed Soraka not taking home the gold, but it shows that like once she goes after for main roster gold again, she has some experience. Like considering like what title she was going after, like right here, like when the champ made a visit to the NXT roster. So this probably won't be the last time she gets the main roster taste of gold. Well, this won't be the last time she will get an opportunity for to go. She haven't tasted yet. And this is where Javon Evans then did it again. Talking about Back Britney Spears. With him comparing himself to Trick Williams, saying like I see what you're talking about, Trick, when you ran into him in his locker room. Like I had the biggest win in my career. I got jumped by 4 people, like next thing you know. This way he's like now I understand. And the Trick Williams like, oh really, do you understand what I mean? And this way Javon Evans reassured, like saying like yeah, like I know, of course I know what you mean. Like, and it's like, and this is where it's like, and this is our NXT. And this is where you like, you don't understand. Like, it's not we. Like, it's like this is not. This is just me. Like, I'm trying to take it. I'm trying to take care of Obafemi and Here's what Trick goes like. It's not we. Like, it's none of that. It's me. Like, I'm getting back. My plan is to defeat. Is to what's it called? Defeat Eddie and then take out Oba and then become the new NXT champion. That's what it continues like. What do you think of it? You gave him to my NXT title, and he's like, "Now this like, well, I was just saying, this was like, oh, this because you think we both got dreads, we're supposed to be friends." Some like, let me tell you something, like a harsh truth, like you never been champion, you never will be. It's like I'm just telling you straight up, which hopefully went a little bit too far, but at the same, but at the same time, he's right about the first part. He's never been champion, but that means he can. That doesn't mean he can change that in the foreseeable future, which I think he's a future NXT champion, like down the road. But this is where Trick Williams, this is where Trick Williams then ran out of the locker room. I mean, out of his locker room. But yeah, this it kind of teased of a heel turn at this time. And like, do you think that this gonna be a heel turn when? Do you think that this is going to lead Trick Williams to being a heel, or do you think that it's going to be like, or do you think it's going to be something? I'll say, what are your thoughts? I should ask you, like, do you think it's going to be like, do you think do you think it's a heel turn, or do you think it's nothing but a tease? But anyway, but this won't be the last time we'll see these two in on this episode in particular with NXT. But anyway, this is where we got Lexis King. Okay, good. But anyway, this is where we got Lexis King. They came in like sticking his nose where it don't belong. This is where he was like this is very harsh. Like. But yeah, you gotta admit, like Trick Williams right on one thing. Like you're not you're not a champion. I'm not sure you ever will be a champion. That's where then he's like I mean, like I was like you once. Like you gotta see his point, like Javon. Like you're not gonna be an NXT champion. Like, I don't think you're ever gonna be Heritage Cup either. Like, but look at the bright side. Like, at least you saw food again. Like, you can't. At least you don't suck your food out of a straw. And this is where Javon Evans took that lightly or a compliment whatsoever. This is where he hits him with a big old right jab right into the jaw of Alexis King. It's where like ow. I guess that's a minor feud like between the young OG and the second generation wrestler. But this is where we got Stephanie Vaquera came in, like, and this is where then we got the double champion and came in and took. and address like her being double champion, and also like this women's division have so many competition. But before I get into that, I also want to talk about like before the segment, that segment. This is where we got Trick. This is where we got Channing Stacks Lorenzo was getting his brother and sister ready. Well, in kayfabe, of course. This is where Channing Stacks Lorenzo's like, I was thinking to you, Tony, like. He was like I suggest you stay in the back, but for some reason, like nothing does not look go very well. And every time when Channing Stacks Lorenzo, what they call Channing Stacks Lorenzo give a suggestion. Now I'm not sure if it's either. Oh, you found it. But anyways, like I'm not sure if it's either near coincidental bad luck or he's purposely just have stuff bad happen to Tony D'Angelo or whatnot. But this is where he told him to stay in the back. This is where Luca Crucifino. I see. You gotta to charge it right the case, and then you have to try to connect it right in the phone, which this unfortunately doesn't work anymore. But it's where the Luca. I mean, what's his name? What's his name? Channing Stacks Lorenzo was saying the reason why he wants Tony D'Angelo back there because Sean Spears could be desperate, like to try to use you as a distraction or try to attack you and try to distract us from winning. Like so. I'm not sure if it's gonna be useful though, but okay. Okay, here you go. But anyways, this is where we got Tony D'Angelo. Then they're like, but you like this is where the Tony D'Angelo's like I see what you're doing. Like you're trying to sound like the boss, and then this is where then he was very happy and he totally encouraged what's his name Channing Stacks Lorenzo's decision to have his idea. So the Sean Spears family will you put it in here like this. But anyways, this is where but yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below who you're predicting is who was going to win tonight. Was it the D'Angelo family or the Sean Spears family? Which we're going to talk about that in just a moment on who was the dub of the night. I guess you get the dubs. But this is where I have the charging in. Yeah, you put it in the chart. I wish I had some extra, but wait. I think I can put it here for temporarily. But anyways, back to Stephanie Vaquer. This is where she got in the ring so it can charge, which I'm not sure if it will. It will work. I don't know if it'll work. Like it was giving me some issues. I'm not guaranteeing anything. But this is where we got Stephanie Vaquer was holding on to her NXT Women's North American Championship and the Women's Championship around her waist. This is where we were not expecting what's going to be happening next, like with her being double champion. But let's say it was going to be double the work than anybody that's a singles champion can ever could handle. But this is where then we got Stephanie Vaquer like last week in New York, I proved why I am the La Palmera, which it's something in Spanish, which I'm not sure what exactly that means. I guess you could say that she's the greatest, I guess you could say, or something similar to that, in her native language. And that's where they start chanting this word in this language. This is where Stephanie Vaquer was like this championship will make me the best of the best. And now, what's that? I'm not gonna be waiting for long. Even though I will give any woman this opportunity, to look me straight in the eye and challenge me for a championship. But before she can finish her sentence, this is where we got Big Mama Pump herself, Jordan Grayson, came out, which was my second prediction that just came true. I was like, if in case they can't do Stephanie versus Stephanie versus Julia, they can do Jordan Grace against either Stephanie Vaquer or Julia, depending on who was the injured one, which we all knew that Julia was injured. And I guess what they said on the reports was true, but this is where Jordan Grayson came in. This is where she pointed out that she beat Roxanne Perez last week, and then she was she was like, it's that same woman that was holding those titles that established this division. And that victim just puts me number one. And this is where I don't know how Jada Parker got into the arena very quickly, more than Jordan Grace did. But this is where she attacks her from behind, saying, like, no way, Jordan. Like, this is where she hits a running hypnotic right into her face when she hit her against the barricade. This is where she was like, you're not first in line for anything because, like, the line starts behind Jada Parker, and if you notice, mate, if you ever do, that's what she was like. But I am not going to be waiting until Stand and Deliver to make my point here. And she was like, because I will take my own shot. Like, and this is where so Stephanie, like, congrats for being double champion. And I'm actually very proud of you. Like, and this is what you got, like this whole entire NXT universe that's all over you. And you like, but do me self a favor, Steph. You like, that's gonna be bask to all your glory for the next week or so. Like, and take your picture and your personal appearances. Like, hell, like even maximize being a double champion, which is not the first time she was a double champion, considering she wrestled in Japan and in Mexico. But this is where then we got Jada Parker was like, it's not gonna last too much long because whoever come out here is your next opponent, like we're gonna look at you in the eye, and maybe I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. It's like I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes, and this is where fans are cheering her like she's the baby face, even though she's supposed to be the heel, but she's more of a tweener now these days. This is where she was like if you want if you would like to step up to Miss Parker, go ahead and do something. Like, I'm not gonna back down. Like, and this is where then they start looking at each other after she finished her promo, do a little stare down. And like, let's just say, like later on, we've been notified by Ava, the general manager of NXT, of course, confirmed that it will be a women's championship match, but that won't be at all. But we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But this is where we got. That's where then we got. What's his name? That's where then we got Hank and Tech. We're hyping each other up of becoming the next number contender for the tag team title. I'm not sure if it's for the NXT or TNA tag title, but they fought Josh Briggs and what's his name? Yoshiki Inamura. I think that's what his name is. Like, in a tag team match that was kind of like a number contender stipulation, but yeah. But yeah, this is where then they ended the little hype up backstage segment with a little extreme with them saying that, like, because they got some advice from the legendary tag teams in professional wrestling. But anyways, this is where we got. But yeah, next up we got, what was it? Next was the tag team match. Yeah, excuse me.
Bro, and also like the purple one. I'm pretty sure. Purple what? A Trey, you quit it.
But this is where we got, I think it was Hank Walker and Josh Briggs that started the match. But them start going into a hockey fight. This is where then we got Josh Briggs throws him face first right to the left. And this is where then he tried to go for a close up. But this is where then Hank Walker he ducks out of the way. He had a double crossbody, but this is where Josh Briggs kind of won the battle. This is where then he's like, come on, yeah, you gotta grab him around his hand. And I was like, how come Josh Briggs not a single star, like with him the way he fights? Like, he looks like if he belongs in the world championship scene rather than the tag team division. Trey, you be good and be nice to your friend. Please, like, don't be mean, Trey. But anyways, this is where we got Josh Briggs tags in Yoshiki Inamura. This is where he tries to go right foot, but this is where he hangs on to the. This is where Hank Walker hangs onto the rope, hits some strikes right onto both Yoshiki and Josh Briggs, where we booted Josh right to the outside. This is where he tags in his partner, Tank Ledger, hit the springboard crossbody, tried to go for a pin onto Yoshiki, but this is where the referee only got 2.3, but this is where Inamura kicked out. This is where the, Tank Ledger tried to go for a splash, but it's where Yoshiki and Inamura started hitting punches and chops. And this is where then we got Hank Walker trying to help his partner out, but he ends up getting backhanded by by Yoshiki. This is where it was a perfect distraction, so Tank Ledger could get back in his feet. He got a little bit of offense in, try to go for by but only for a get countered and get the arm wrist locked. Locked. This is where or more like an elbow lock. This is where then he throws Yoshiki on the outside after getting tagged in by Josh Briggs. This is where then we got Josh Briggs trying to help him out, but he ends up getting thrown right into the left corner. This is where we got a springboard splash, but this is where he hits him face first, right onto the concrete floor on the left side. This is where we got both the tag teams then, and they're down, but this is where we got Yoshiki start hitting some knife edge chops right onto Tank Ledger, was it? But this is where we got in the more than got right up. This is where them this is what you try. This is where you try to pick up Tank Ledger. This is where Ledger start hitting some punches with the right hand, right head. This is where we got Yoshiki in the more try hitting some knife edge chops. This is where they try to go for a spin around power slam right onto the right onto the former not former. Well, I'm talking about former. It's where then Yoshiki hits a slam right onto what's his name? Tank Ledger. Throws him right to him and his partner side in the bottom right side to Josh Briggs. So he can hit him right to the upper right corner side. Briggs hit a big boot right onto Ledger's face. It's where he throws Yoshiki right into the Tank Ledger after Josh or no, it was Yoshiki attack what's his name? Hank Walker. It's where then he throws this is where Josh Briggs boots what's his name hit Tank Ledger. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where Ledger denied him with a 2.5, like if he's a generic quarterback. This is where we got Josh Briggs grabbing onto the head, and he was like, "You're not gonna get the shot at the tag team titles." And I was kind of confused, like what they mean by tag team championship. Is it their own tag titles or TNA's tag team championship? Considering that, like we got Hank and Tank, like was asked for an opportunity for the tag team titles, and I asked him a couple of ideas, like if they do have those tag titles on the TNA tag titles on the line, like to build things up into a title for title match for both the TNA and NXT tag titles. But it's where Josh Briggs try to tarnish around like Tank Ledger. I mean, that's where he threw him right from the bottom right corner to the upper. But it's where we got Hank Walker that shielded him, like being the good friend that he is. This is where I mean that with seriousness. This is where he ends up knocking down Josh Briggs. This is where he gets the hot tag by Hank Walker. This is where he didn't hit this comeback maneuver. He ended it with a splash right onto what's his name, Josh Briggs in the bottom left side. Then he threw him in the other side while hitting a discus boot right to his partner Yoshiki in the more. Then it's a back splash hitting your running bulldog. This is where they got Hank Walker throws Yoshiki in the more right into down the in-out table, throws him right to Barry's tombstone on the upper right corner side. And he tried to go for a cross clothesline, but this is where Josh Briggs go for dodge, like, and this is where he ends up getting hit with a boss man slam by what's his name, Hank Walker, which I would never thought he would do a maneuver. But it's where both Hank and Tank hit their bear hug double sandwich smash Majiggy, but followed up with a back with Hank with the back suplex, while Tank hits a clothesline splash Majiggy maneuver. But it's where we got Hank Walker hit a cannonball right onto Yoshiki, while we got Tank then pinned Josh. But this is where he ends up kicking out at like 7? Yeah, this is where then we got Hank and Tank was still believing that they can still win this. Like they just need to hit their prime finishing maneuver, which was both of them going up in the top rope, hit a diving splash onto them, which I might be correct myself. Swanton.
Two people can jump on him. Jump on people.
This is where then we got what's his name? But this is where we got Yoshiki and Amora then push him right off the top rope. This is where Josh Briggs knocks out. What's his name? What was it? I think it was Tank Ledger. But this is where we got Yoshiki got tagged in. Hits the splash. 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, Yoshiki and Amora and Josh Briggs. And what tag belts are they going to go after? Like, do you think it's going to be for the NXT tag team titles or the TNA tag team titles? Which that's the same wrestling company that's the wrestling company that they're partnering with now. That used to be in competition. But I forgot to tell Josh Briggs and hit a JBL inspired clothesline from hell before Yoshiki hit the splash, which he always gets compared by the Texan and former APA member. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below who they're gonna fight and what belt they're gonna go after, which I assume it probably will be the TNA tag titles, and once the Hardy Brothers retain those belts, I have a theory that we could see Nathan Frazier and Axiom could challenge them for those tag team titles, do a winner takes all kind of stipulated match. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me or do you have any different opinions. But we got the 6-person tag match, which was the D'Angelo family versus the Sean Spears family, and let's say this ended in probably in some controversial way. But here's where we got things start off with Brooks Jensen, the former partner of Josh Briggs, taking on what's his name, the Channing Stacks and Windsor. This is where they end up he ended up tagging in their bodyguard, Mr. What's his name? What was his name is Nico Vance. Yeah, this is where what's his name? This is where he gets tagged in by Izzy Dane, like with Nico Vance count out of the Irish whip, right out of Channing Stacks window. He throws him right to the upper corner side. This is where Adriana Rizzo didn't like it the other way he threw his her big brother in kayfabe. Like it's you have a problem with me, and this is where then Nico's like, no, you have a problem with Miss Izzy here, which Izzy came out of nowhere with into the bottom right corner side, hitting a flying face breaker. This is where then she boots Adriana right into the face. This is where then she started screaming like I never see you as my friend. Like, I never see you as a family member. This is where she hits her with a jawbreaker. This is where she ends up tagging in Chase Stacks Windsor, which he's starting to come back. And, that also include him hitting an attack onto Brooks Jensen, trying to go for German suplex on Nico Vance. This is where he elbow striking. This is where Channing Stacks Windsor hit the springboard cross forearm right into the face and knocked out the bodyguard of the bodyguard and brother of the Sean Spears family. This is where then we got what else happened. This is where we got Brooks Jensen got thrown out by the underboss. This is where he tags in the lawyer brother of the D'Angelo family, Luca Crucifino, try to go for a cannonball right on the what's his name, what's his name? Onto Brooks Jensen, but he ends up almost getting super hold by Nico Vance. But this is where luckily Channing Stacks Windsor hit the crossbar on him. This is where we got luckily this is where we got with the Adriana Rizzo, and then we got this dive along with her brothers by Izzy Dane. But luckily she moved out of the way. She only hit the brothers, but Adriana Rizzo then got very angry, because Izzy disrespected her brothers. Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Luca Crucifino. She hit the suicide dive onto her. This is where she this is where she was like, the D'Angelo family always wins. And this is where then we got this is where we got the partial powerful force and all of pro wrestling came on, which is commercial break. But once they got done with these partial adverts, this is where you saw the men got tagged in. This is where Nico Vance was doing a gory lock right onto Shane Stacks window. It looks very horribly painful looking. This is where then he gets chopped by Brooks Jensen. This is where then he hits with a crossbody, or running bulldog. This is where then he hits a scissors kick. No, don't be doing that, Trey. That doesn't mean you continue leaving. It still comes on, even though you kind of messed up the screen a bit, but that doesn't mean you start making it worse. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this. If you don't use this responsibly and play it like the toy is supposed to be.
Now he's going to slap that on it.
Butter. But anyway, this is where we still got some double teaming from Channing Stacks Windsor. Channing Stacks Windsor by Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen. This is where we got Nico Vance trying to go for a headlock, but this is where he got out of it somehow. I don't know how, but this is where we got. But this is where he tags in Brooke Jensen, where she was taken out by Channing Stacks Lorenzo. This is where he tried to go for a flying elbow drop, like if he's the current head writer of NXT, which that's the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. This is where we got. This is where she used one of I believe Brooke Jensen's steps to hit a Canadian Destroyer right on Adrian Rizzo did to Izzy Dane, or no, it was a meteor. I think it was a meteor with Lucas Precious. This is where we got Channing Stacks Windsor tags in what's his name? Luca. This is where then he thought letting both the heels have it of Jensen and Vance. Letting him with clothes on, right hands. This is where then and then Luca was like, yeah, This is where he goes for the corner. This is where he hits the short double shoulder tackle. This is where we got.
You still didn't break it.
And we got Channing, it was Luca Cristofino that got Nico Vance is where he tried to pick him up. But this way, push him right to the right corner side. No.
Sorry about that.
Play with it. Don't be trying to break anything with it. But this is where we got Luca Cristofino hit the signature, but this is where he gets stopped by Izzy Dame, which Adriana Rizzo then came in. Like every time she always do, is to attack her arch rival that she thought it was her friend. This is where, well, not really much of a friend, but this is where then we got she puts chin tag over close onto what's his name? Onto Channing Stacks Lorenzo. This is where they hit their version of a shadow machine. And this is where we got Tony D'Angelo still waiting backstage, probably watching the match on monitor. But this is where it ends up getting mugged by these guys, like the new version of the Shield, that's been lead by, what's his name? Dion Lennox. But this is where That's where they send Tony D'Angelo right through a table after attacking him with a pipe. This is where they distract the rest of the D'Angelo family. This is where we got the Sean Spears family attacking from behind with Nico Vance, hitting the reverse version of the Death Valley Driver onto Luca Cristofino for the 1-2-3. And the winner of this match, like the Sean Spears family or whatever name of this alliance. But yeah. But what are your thoughts on But yeah, but that's where then we show like now they won, and then some tell me this feud's not over yet. As a matter of fact, after they get done with the Sean Spears family, it look like the D'Angelo family's gonna have a little whatever this faction's named problem that take care of. But yeah, this is where. But this is where we got the announcement from Ava, like with about she will give a shot on to what's her name, Jada Parker, till Fallon Henley came in saying like I demand my rematch for the Women's North American Championship. That's where I already told you for the last time over the last 3 weeks, like no, it's not going to be happening. And this where then you keep bringing it up like all the time. This is where then Fallon Henley's like, yeah, but I'm gonna keep bringing it up every single time until you finally give it to you. And this is where she was keeping the car until Stephanie Vaquer then intervened and said like, oh, if you want a shot, like even though I already have a title match for the NXT Women's Championship next week, how about I defend my other belt, the North American Championship, like in the same night, like doing double duties, which you would never thought that you would see anybody do that to. But this word found him like, oh, I got that. They only have to ask you, like, are you the new general manager? Like, you took Ava's spot. Stop. You're gonna knock everything over. You're gonna knock yourself over and you're gonna hurt yourself. Stop doing that. But anyways, assassinators. This is where it was official that Stephanie Vaquer is gonna give Fallon Henley a rematch. This is where That's where it ended.
I finally turned it off.
Yeah, but why?
No, you.
But what are your thoughts on to?
Still off.
Wow. Okay. You broke it.
Tell me.
Oh, why? Stop doing that.
Stop. You cannot turn it off.
Stop doing that. Nope, it's still on, but still, stop messing with it.
But still off.
Oh my God,
It's still off.
you're so. I don't understand why you're doing this.
What the heck are you? I broke the TV. No, we don't have a TV.
It can work, but you just cannot just shake it and start juggling around like you were.
Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, it's broken.
Stop thinking it's funny.
I did broken.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it just came on. No, don't break it.
Ah! Then don't break it then.
Anyways, assassinators, let's get it. Let's continue the next match. This is where then we got what's her name? Carmen Petrovic that came in. This is where we got. Why is it not coming on? This is where they showed like what's it called? These factions. This is where they're like, what we trying to tell y'all, like when they showed the full video when they attacking Tony D'Angelo, where they said like what we trying to tell y'all. This is where then we saw who was it? It was final. It was the Fatal Influences. What's her name? Fallon Henley. Or was it JC Jane? I think it was JC Jane against Carmen Petrovic. Like one of them, but yeah, like, and I was thinking like, when was the last time we saw what's her name? Fallon Henley. I've seen any wrestler that defended both of their titles the same night the same night, like as double champions. That's a good question. I don't know when was the last time, but yeah, this is the first time I've seen an NXT in that matter. I'll say probably the last time was Becky Lynch, well, at least in the women's division side of the mountain. But let's this is where we got this is where we got Carmen Petrovic was bringing the fight to JC Jane, even though this match was probably not the greatest. But what was the last match was? Oh yeah, the D'Angelo family. I'll say I give it about the silver trophy, or was it? No, I'll say silver trophy next to the men's tag team match, right, between Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura taking on Hank and Tank, which most of these divisions are looking very stacked with entertainment. Okay, I'll be right back. Excuse me for a moment.
I'm ready for some tacos. Okay. Do it a soft one or a hard one? Soft, I can't eat hard stuff. Okay. Come out here. You need to feel it.
Either Walgreens or. All right. Well, are you trying to ride out? Because that's the only way I'm going. I'm not trying to go. I kind of want to just go. All right. Well, I need to redo my hair too, because I'm starting to dig and wearing sweats and not really digging that. Because the crumbles are. I wouldn't even try, I'd just go. Well, ask my mom to try to do it. And I can get my gummy bears now. Gummy bears. You always want me to get gummy bears. Oh, shit. And if we can get ice cream for that cake tonight. I told you to give them tacos. See that grandma talk? We might, yeah. Yeah, I think so. What are you doing? Charlie, in 30 minutes, my game's going to be done downloading. Yeah, in 30 minutes, Charlie was downloading right now in rest mode. Why? Because I'm not done. I'm far from done. I ain't even got started. I'm sorry. Sorry. I was doing more than one thing at one time. No, they let's make peace tonight. That's what I would do. We just try to come back and eat all this cake. Oh, that's a little bit of ladder.
What's wrong? Oh my. But anyway, Assassinators, this is where we got this is where when Carmen Petrovic got back in the offense side, like this is where we got Asante Diaz trying to help out Carmen Petrovic to take care of this fatal influence problem once and for all by cheating, by still tripping. This is where Carmen Petrovic was like, no, like I'm not gonna do this. That's not good sportsmanship, even if I do have a disadvantage. This is where she ends up and throw right to the upper right corner side. This is where she tried to rig dodge, but she ends up getting discus fist right into the face. This is where JC James capitalized for the 1-2-3. Winner of this match, JC Jane. I was like, this was probably the best decision considering she's the leader of the faction and she needs to look strong, but at the same time, I don't know what to say about Carmen Petrovic. Like it seemed like she been like a sacrificial lamb ever since she was being a couple with Asante Diaz. I guess they're kind of teasing like some kind of a breakup and split between these two. I don't know, but let me know about that in the comments down below. And I want to ask you, but speaking of, you let me know in the comments. I want to ask you this question: Who do you think? Do you think Stephanie Vaquer is going to successfully defend both their women's North American and the women's championship, or she's going to lose one of them, if not both of them? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But that's where we got Hank and Tank was very upset about their loss, like against Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura, saying even though they took the advice of the Hardy Boys, like they still just cannot like win a match in the tag team division. That's where they're like, how about we just need to take this up a notch. This is where like right up here. This is where the West Lead is like, look at these goofy ass hockey player what playing wannabes. Is where then they start chuckling out like like yeah, like if y'all ever win any contact, even if like WWID had a tag team division, you probably still wouldn't win their tag titles. They just start chuckling around. Is where what's name Tank Ledger was like, oh yeah, like we'll see if it's funny if I get my hands on you. Just where then what's name Hank Walker was being the peacemaker, holding them back before he'll beat all three of them like in a 3-on-1 situation, if not 3-on-2.
That's the last piece of candy you need to be eating. You need to brush your teeth.
And this is where they got Ricky Saints then came out. This is where then it was like it was kind of similar to his theme song, which I was like, it sounds very familiar. Which it was from back. It's like the theme song he used to use when he was the other S word that used to be his last name, or the S as his last initial. The other name that's the last the S initial, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's where then it was something like I don't know, like what song to compare it to? I'll say like I'll say like some kind of a generic NXT version, I guess you could say, version of his previous song, like or like from his previous theme song, or I'm trying to think it was more up spirit. I'll say like it had some kind of a soul like in the beat, like some kind of soul music beat like into it, like like that version of his last one. But this is where he had his Ricky Saints come out for his match against Ridge Holland. And I'm not sure what to say about this match. Like it was just something to just filler, like to give something to Ricky Saints to do. Let's just say Ridge Holland did not play it easy in this cat versus mouse game. This where And then I got Rich Holland and spears him right to the upper right corner side. Body slams him like if he just broken his back. This is where he tried to go for a pin, and I was like, hey, let's hope that he does not like break any bones onto Saints like he did to our boy Big E with his neck. Well, that and we all know that he in real life that was an accident, but we're just being funny. But this is where we got. But this is where we got Rich Holland and go for a suplex. Right on to Ricky Saints. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got what's his name? Rich Holland goes for a pin, but this is where he ends up getting kicked out at 2.3. This is where Ricky Saints hit a drop kick, like do this pose like he you normally do, like what makes him famous is where he hits a sunset flip pin, but it's where Ridge Holland then counters out of the sunset flip pin at 2.4, hit the back elbow to the face onto the absolute wrestler. This is where we got. That's where he hits some right hands right into the square face, if not like oval, because his face looks like an oval perspective. Is where he hits him not once but twice. This is where we got Trick Williams show him like putting his wrist tape on together, but that was kind of random, even though his match was like just a half an hour later. This is where we got. Here's where we got Ridge Holland that hits a back cracking breaking or spine cracking breaking back suplex that he did to the former tag team champion over at the other company. This is where Ridge Holland to start. This is where the fans start chanting "Ridge sucks." This is where he hits Ricky right into the face. This is where the fans start chanting "Ricky Saints." If not Ricky other name, which I'm not sure if I should mention it by name, considering he used the name over at the other company, even though he's in this company now, even though he owns the trademark for it. I guess we'll just continue to start calling him Ricky Saints, but I believe that if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they chanted his old last name along with the first name he still used. This is where we got Ridge Holland trying to go for this very painful looking suplex right onto the absolute. This is where he gets back first right into the hard part, even though it was not as hard as not as hard, but as getting like suplex like in general. But this is where Ridge Holland started saying like you don't belong in this business. You don't even belong. You shouldn't be belonging in any kind of high profile in a high profile division like I should. But he gave what's his name? Saints the angry look. This is where he ends up. This is where he picks him up and hits a spine buster. Get the beginning of the partial powerful force and all the professional wrestling, which is the commercial break. But once they got done with the advert, I believe Saints was right back on top or something like that. I totally forgot, like in specifics, like when the partial powerful force came on. But yeah, but this is where we got what else happened next. It was like once the adverts came off, this is where we got. This is where we got Ricky Saints. They go for a flying head scissors surfboard maneuver, but he ends up getting hit like with a power slam, like rear breaking drop maneuver with his midsection on the shoulder of Ridge the Fridge. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but only gets kicked out 2.6. This is where he got him in the waist lock. This is where Ricky Saints then started elbowing him right to the face. It was like, no, like I'm not surrendering. This is where then Ricky Saints then was continuing to getting cranked like around his gut. Is where then he tried to hang on to the rope, but this is where Rich Hall like, oh no, you don't, and this where it was like about to make him faint until he stopped for a minute, like once he was down for a bit. This is where he tried to go like for like a razor's edge, like powerbomb onto the absolute wrestler. This is where we got. This is where we got what's the name? Ridge Holland tried to I go over power slam. But this is where we got Ricky Saints. Then we got out of the way. This is where he ends up getting ends up body dropping Ridge Holland. This is where we got. This is where then Ridge Holland tried to go back to Ricky Saints, but this is where he hits him with a punch right to the midsection and a right hand to the face. This is where he hits a drop kick and made him go for a front flip. This is where the Ricky then try to go. Dips Ridge Holland to the left side, to the right side. This is where he ended up getting corner right there. This is where he bowed his head, but this is where Ricky Saints hits the spinning sliding neck breaker. This is where we got what else happened? It was this is where we got Ricky Saints then end up going up right into the right corner side. This is where they start going for a knife edge chop right into the chest. This is where Ridge Holland like, my chest. This is where then hits another. This is where he hits a right hand, a brutal right hand to the face. Like, boom, boom, boom. And this is where then he throws him face first right onto the apron. This is where we got, what's his name? Ricky Saints then ends up going back in the ring. This is where then he runs right to the right corner side, try to grab on him, but he ends up getting spine buster by the former rugby player. This is where we got Ridge the Fridge goes up right on the top rope. This is where then he tried. And this is where he started hitting some right hand, trying to go for avalanche maneuver, but he ends up getting pushed by Ricky Saints. This is where he then started fighting him a little bit until Ridge Holland tried to corner him right to the bottom right corner side. This is where he dodged out of the way, hit his drop kick right into the legs of Ridge Holland, and made him do tumbling flip. This is where Ricky Saints then took a page out of SNA's playbook and hit a mini tornado DDT, jumping right to the middle ropes, spin around and hits the DDT. Ricky Saints then tried to go for that dominator-like maneuver, which I believe he kind of botched it, but still like managed to the what's it called to fixed it right back up, and it slams him like even though it was a mini one, but he got the 1, 2, 3. Needless to say, with him getting his win, which this was nothing against Ricky Saints or anything of the match. It's just that it lacked something. It had a lack of intrigue and lack of prestige. Other than Ricky Saints was the main figure that was making it relevant, making this match look relevant. So I'll tell you nothing bad, but also at the same time nothing perfect. Like which it didn't need it to be. Like it was something that but it need more credibility and more interest. Like for everybody to get well invested into this match that they just had. Here's where we move on to the next slide. Is where we got. This is where we got the what was it the backstage segment of the quartet that been led by what's his name the Quartet faction that thought to be like a Shield version. I mean NXT version of the Shield or the new version, or whatever you want to call them. This is where we got. This is where they start saying like we're getting. I know Deion Links. I'm being sick and tired of being like hearing the phrase "We are NXT" and this is the future and whatnot. Like no, like that's full of rubbish and crap. With the backstage interview, this where like we got. No, I'm kidding. We got like. No, I'm telling you like this. Like we don't. Let's make it seem like everybody saying like we in the "We are NXT" slogan. Like like for now, this is nobody. And this is where one of the guys said, like, you see, like this is the game changer group that we like. We're difference makers, not to mention. And this is where the other guy that was on the right saying, like, we're pretty structuring, and we take what's ours. And this is where the guy in the middle is like, we're gonna make it real simple. Like, by the sanctuary, like, there's nobody that's gonna be nobody saving here. And we're going to, and we make our statement every single week. Like when we come. When we take them down, but it seemed like to me like is it me or they just don't get it like fully, and this is where they all agree like yeah now that you mention it they don't get what we always send them a message about like that like don't provoke us or don't do anything that's gonna make us that makes it have a reason to take you out. This is where we got Kelly Kincaid congratulates Ricky Saints when she was interviewing him. But this is where we got. We also saw an advertisement of the NXT Women's and Women's North American Championship. It's gonna be defended by Stephanie Vaquero to both the Jada Parker and what's her name and Fallon Henley respectively. This is where we got like I said, this is where we got to congratulate. This is where she was like, what was next to Ricky Saints. This is where the Ricky Saints like, yeah, like I got a big win out there, and I promised that everything I stated is gonna come to true. And this is where then we got what's his name, Sean Spears. Then his family that came in. This is where they thought like since he won and they won, they should celebrate together, and even give. And it is where Nico Vince like you see what's happening right before your very eyes. So how about you accept this offer that we're about to give? And this is where then Izzy, yeah, we need a much larger man, like. And this was like, and you are the best in the world, like, but it don't seem to measure up. This is Rich Saints then shut down the claim from Izzy Dane by saying like I'm gonna see, I'm gonna like saying I can show you that I am like they want to call me the absolute, and that's where then he gave a smooch up to Izzy Dane, which is how makes it seem like if he is if he does have a crush on her, let me rephrase that. This is where then we got Ricky Saints then look face to face to his former other company's colleague, like that they used to work for, but now they're in this company, like with Sean Spears making a return to WWE, which when we saw Ricky Saints finally made his WWE debut. But what are your thoughts onto this little angle? Like, do you think that we could see them battle for the North American Championship, or do you think Ricky Saints is going to join the Spears family in any shape or form? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But this is where we got the main event of the evening. This is where we start seeing the security guards and staff like they start try to take the ropes off the ring because it's going to be an underground match rather than a normal 1v1 contest in the main event. Here's where Eddie Thorpe got right up on onto the announce table, promising that he's going to knock out Trick Williams, and this is going to be the end of the Whoop That era. This is where fans start booing him with Booker T, and Vic Joseph was clueless on why he was stepping on the announce table. This is where once we got Trick Williams then came out, this is where then he was nothing to play with something. Yes, yeah, 1 second. Here's where the Trick Williams was so serious about this and being a man of his word to the point that they took it to the outside. Excuse me for a moment. But this is where we got, anyways, as well say, this is where then we got, what's his name? Yeah, he's still in WWE. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's been feuding with CM Punk and Roman Reigns lately. Like, what for him, wrestling CM Punk in a steel cage match only for Roman Reigns to attack him, hit a Superman punch, and and curb stomping. That's what I've been talking about all week long, as a matter of fact. But as I was saying, this was Eddie Thornton, grab Trick Williams, hit a back suplex right onto him, right into on the announce table, knocking him out in the process. That's where we got. That's where we got. Then Eddie Thornton on the ring, but he ends up getting striked on by that area leader. They were got a spine buster, but he get a triangle choke by Eddie Thornton. We got what's his name? He'll go and try to powerbomb him, which he roughly did hit him with a powerbomb, but it's very good. He really never then got choked out by the Native American wrestler. Just where he got. This guy took one, then got him hit with a trick shot. Then punched him up, right, left. At first, Eddie Thornton tried to block it, but there was no chance of in hell to block it. That's where he gets knocked out cold. And where the winner of his match ended up being Trick Williams. That's where Big Joseph corrected himself after hearing the announcement from Mr. Mike Rome, saying, like, your winner by TKO. They were like, oh, yeah, like, let me correct myself. Like, it's TKO. This is where then Trick Williams in post-match promo, he didn't waste no time to call up Obafemi. So, like, I'm not going to wait no more longer. And we're like, just talking about, and it was like, get your big dumbass out here. This is where he said, and he said, but if you're not here, right, make sure keep my title safe. This is where we got Obafemi came out. Oh, I'm not here. I'll show you that. I'm not here. Just walking in right up into the ropeless ring, and this combat style wrestling match. After this match, where we got actually it's some Oreo cookies. But anyways, this is where we got Trick Williams, and then went face to face with Obafemi. This is where the lights went out because there was the Deion Lennox facts. This is where we got Javon Evans then come in. It's a bouncy cut. Okay, I'm coming.
You said come out here.
Because Trey needs help.
Yeah,
Right. But okay, excuse me for a moment. This is where we got Obafemi went face to face with Trick Williams, but this is where when the faction came out, like both in the audience, until this is where everybody that was in ringside that was sitting watching shows started going brawling into each other. This is where even it was what's his name? Javon Evans intervened in there, like when Trick Williams and Obafemi started throwing fists right into each other. This is where Javon Evans had a bouncy cutter right onto him, knocking him out in the process. Then went face to face with him. And then this is where they kind of teased some tensions like of a future showdown down the line, whether Trick Williams does win his title back or not. I do think that we could see that in the future. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But that's how NXT ended tonight. And if you give me give me an opinion, like. But
He did not. You are acting a royal fool right now. Julie, come put pickles up.
Okay, excuse me for a moment.
Pickles, you're not supposed to be out.
Yeah.
Get back in your thing. Go. Get.
Come on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, Julie cannot swim enough. Julie, can you swim enough?
Yes, I don't know why you even made it.
No, you can't. No, you
I
can't.
got these clean, like feet on the table.
No,
Sprawled everywhere.
and then he don't sit down. And he's got doodle on him. And that punch, I think he wasted some on the ground. Does he still got some in his cup?
You don't have none left. Oh my gosh.
You have.
It's normal.
You get.
Don't give him but a half a cup, Julie. Don't give him no full cup. I told you that before.
No,
All he's
give
gonna do is
me
waste.
a little.
Give him half a cup. We'll give him some later after he does that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
his pull up. The training pants, he needs to have his butt wiped.
Because Julie for a lot and I wanted a little.
I'll be right back. Just give me 5 seconds and I'm gonna do it.
Time I wanted it. So I wanted a
But anyways, assassinators, just to wrap things up, yeah, I'll give NXT like not perfect, but at the same time, like I would say, give it about maybe 4, and I'll say maybe 4. Maybe it's 4 stars. Like not a perfect show, like just like Raw, but still not a terrible one at the same time. And it's something that yeah, it needs to be, and it does bring some excitement for next week's show, like as it should. Like if it's on the road to stand and deliver, like if it's stand and deliver, which they're on the road to, because that's NXT's version of WrestleMania. And let me know in the comments below who's going to be on the card. But yeah, I think that we should see Stephanie Vaquer taking on Jordan Grace for probably for both the NXT North American and the NXT Championship. See who's the best women's wrestlers in both the mid card and main event, and who's the best tag team in the world, like for the NXT tag team and TNA tag team titled by Team Extreme and Fraxium, which I think that will be it's just that like I was helping Trey, helping my nephew out, like clean up his mess because he wouldn't eat clean, like his dinner clean. And yeah, also I continue doing that as soon as I get done with this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, and also hit the subscribe and the post notification bells for more daily wrestling news videos. Also, just subscribe on my other channel at SNA Entertainment. Link is in the description box below. Thank you very much in advance. And I'll say, what are your thoughts on NXT tonight? Let me know in the comments. But I will be making an AEW Dynamite review, which we're going to be talking about what exactly is going to go down on the show, which features the Fatal 4-Way match between Orange Cassidy, Speedball Mike Bailey, and what's his name? And also what's his name? Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, Speedball Mike Bailey, Ricky the Dicky Ricochet, and what's his name? Mark Davis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments below who is going to be the winner and the #1 contender for Kenny Omega's international championship at Revolution. And also, we got some other matches that's going to be on the card. Like, I'm trying to think what exactly it is in particular. Yeah, which is going to be on March 19th, by the way, 2025. And also, yeah. Which is going to be live in Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, yeah, we got the rematch. The AEW, the AEW Street Fight rematch. AEW Revolution. The AEW Revolution Street Fight rematch. Like, and I want to ask you who's going to walk out as the AEW World Champion and Swerve Strickland's opponent. And AEW what's it? AEW Dynasty. Was it does a Revolution with Kenny Omega? I don't know, but yeah. And we also got what was it? Yeah, we got a AEW World Championship match, and we got probably more matches that's going to be on the card. But this is going to be it for now. I hope you assassinators enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully y'all have a safe and wonderful Tuesday night. And I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, my assassinators. Y'all take care. Have an amazing night, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.